Okay, we're live. I couldn't wait any longer, so here we are right now. I'm hoping that this video gets shared. We really need to share this because this year we are seriously up against it now, and we're going to go through exactly why. The bottom line is it's election year, big time election year actually, and they are going to do everything they can to silence people like me and lots of others getting information out there. Okay, so this really is important. If I can ask you to please share this video, it would really help. Just check in. Pilgrim, thank you. We are good. 5 by 5, and we're all spot on. So what I'm going to do, I just haven't got time to flannel, etc. We're going to get straight into it. Okay, so apologies for the short notice, but I'm glad that you guys who follow me, who want to take time out of your day to watch this, it's his 3:30 in the afternoon UK time on a weekday. So we need to get this out there. Okay, so like I'm saying, share if you can on the replay, etc. So we're going to go straight into it. So what is this video all about? You may have been noticing over the last 2 or 3 years that people like us who are very keen to find out the truth of what's going on, people like us who definitely smell a rat with what is happening in the world. It's not normal. Okay, there is plenty of people that think it's normal, want to bury their head in the sand or whatever it is. But people like us who really want to know what's going on, and we want to help, and we want to do something, because what is going on is not right. It's far from right. It's absolutely wrong. Okay, so the World Economic Forum. Okay, they've just literally very recently had their AGM, their annual general meeting, and off of that spurred me on a rabbit hole today to bring you this video, which I really want you to share with everyone you can across all media platforms. It comes off the speech from this lady. You know who she is, with the European Union. So we're going to roll VT, and we are going to talk about the real dangers that we all face with information, and indeed misinformation. So how serious is it? How much are we winning? How far are we making a difference? Well, let me tell you this. Based on what you're about to see, it will tell you that we have them running scared. There are so many of us now waking up, sharing information. It's insane. Only just recently. Now, what I would like your guys' help, right, about input, about famous people who are aware, who are helping people wake up, exposing what's going on. We have the footballer, Matt Letizia. Some of you guys will remember him from Southampton. And indeed, the CEO of Saints back in the day, Rupert Lowe. He is indeed part of the guys and girls who are awake, or who are aware, sharing information. Even Right Said Fred. Do you remember Right Said Fred back in the day? Yes, absolutely. Andrew Bridgen, of course. And of course, a DJ Danny Rampling. Now, has anyone heard of Danny Rampling before? Well, if I can find it, I will show you that, because it's bonkers. So yes, I done a video very recently with DJ Danny Rampling, and here it is. We had a really interesting chat, and it went on for 2 hours. It was an amazing interview, and I'm really chuffed that we've got people like Danny on our side. And like I said, there's a few that I've mentioned. I would like you guys in the comment section, or indeed if you're watching live right now, let me know, is there anyone else famous that you feel is contributing to our cause to spread awareness about how corrupt and how screwed the system is, how fake the issue was in 2020, how fake that this climate is all down to us, etc. So yes, let me know if there's anyone else. Joey Barton. No way, the footballer. Really? This is good. This is really good. If someone watching this right now on the replay, if you can put a list of loads of different people, famous people, that you find in the comments, or indeed if you're watching the live replay in the chat, can someone put in one big comment underneath this video with as many famous names as possible that we know who are helping people wake people up, or who are aware. Now, it doesn't really matter if they're like shills, like Russell Brand. It doesn't matter. Famous people are famous people. Once we've got a big list, we can go through it. So without further ado, we're going to get into the video, which is literally telling us that the World Economic Forum sees us as a serious threat to their agenda. Watch this.
For the global business community, the top concern for the next 2 years is not conflict or climate. It is disinformation and misinformation, followed closely by polarization within our societies. These risks are serious because they limit our ability to tackle the big global challenges we are facing. Changes in our climate and our geopolitical climate, shifts in our demography and in our technology, spiraling regional conflicts and intensified geopolitical competition and their impacts on supply chains.
I could run the whole thing. It goes on and on and on, but the main meat and potatoes was right at the foot of what she said. So let me see. And she said that there was which I didn't show, but let me just find it for you. It's the Global Risks Report of 2024. Okay, so here it is right now. Let me just check if we've got this on full screen. There we are. Okay, so this report literally come out the other day. This is literally hot off the press. So, oh, I can't move it. Well, I can, but it's acting very, very slow. Okay. So the global outlook for the short term, which is 2 years, which is where we are this year and next year. Okay. Turbulent upheavals, risks, etc. Now, when we go down to this, if I can find it, we can talk about exactly what they are worried about, and it is shown right here very clearly. Okay, so look at the percentages. Okay, so the first thing, extreme weather, AI generated misinformation and disinformation. This is what we're going to be talking about. Okay, yes, we got cost of living crises, cyber attacks, etc., but I want you to concentrate on this 53% number here. Okay, look, over the next 2 years, the most serious risk to the World Economic Forum is misinformation and disinformation, namely anyone who disagrees with whatever the mainstream story is. Okay, and look, extreme weather events, cyber insecurity. So basically what we're seeing here is over the next 2 years, in this order, this is what threatens the World Economic Forum, okay, which is what they're going to try and fix. This gives us a heads up for this year and for next year. So the top of the agenda, which is really pissing them off, is this, the mis and disinformation, okay, and that is going to run all this year. We're going to break it down for some of you guys who are new to this, so don't worry, you're not going to get lost along the way. So if you can, screenshot this. It's very, very interesting because, like I say, it gives us a heads up over the next 2 years. So we could just go on and on and on. So emerging as the most severe global risk anticipated over the next 2 years, foreign and domestic actors alike will leverage misinformation and disinformation to further widen social and political divides. This is exactly what they are doing. Look at this. As close to 3 billion people are expected to head to the electoral polls across several economies, including all of this, blah, blah, blah. But we're going to go into that, okay? Like I said, this This really is serious stuff. Okay, now you can by all means look at that document in its entirety. I'm just going to get to the top of it, and I'm going to show you again. So if you are interested, you can do a search and you'll find it. Okay, and this is exactly what it looks like. Go into your search engine and type in for Global Risks Report 2024 space WEF, the World Economic Forum. You put that in and you will get full access for free to this 124-page document. In fact, look at this. Look what they decided to do for the cover of this. This looks like a planned aerial photograph of some snowy region. You get extra brownie points if you can tell me exactly where this region is on their insight report. Okay, this is in partnership with Marks McLennan and also the Zurich Insurance Group, who we already know about because they're one of the World Economic Forum partners. So yeah, 4 brownie points if you can find out exactly where this is on the map. This is quite interesting here, and also a big letter T shape. That will make it easier for you guys to find if you're after extra brownie points. Right, okay. Let me just go up to here. Sweet, right, okay. Now, like I said, this year it's all about disinformation and misinformation. Okay, like I said, we need to get this out. So this was quite a surprise. All of the information which I'm revealing on this live stream is the most up-to-date that I can find. Okay, so let me see. This was quite a surprise. Let me just check if this is on full screen. Yes, it is. Cool. Right, okay. From the Left newspaper. I always have a look at these because it gives us a good insight of what they are thinking and feeling. This surprised me. 1/3 of UK teenagers believe climate change exaggerated. Wow. Look at this. YouTube, stop platforming climate denial. So these brainwashed youngsters here, Extinction Rebellion. Now, we've talked about these guys before, and Hope Not Hate, they are all funded by George Soros, as most of us know already, a highly politicized movement, which is being spawned in all of our schools, colleges, and more especially in our universities. Okay, Extinction Rebellion, Hope Not Hate, seriously agenda-driven organizations within our education system. So let's read on. I've highlighted the text which we are going to go through. Researchers from the CCDH. CCDH, I hear you say. What is that? Look at this. The Center for Countering Digital Hate. This is real. We're going to go on to that after this. Yes, it's very true. It's unbelievable, but we are where we are. So the researchers from that organization gathered a data sheet of text transcripts from 12,058 climate-related YouTube videos posted by 96 channels over almost 6 years, from the 1st of January 2018 to the 30th of September 2023. They also included the results of a nationally representative survey conducted by a polling company, Survation, which found 31% of UK respondents aged between 13 and 17 years old with the statement, climate change and its effects are being purposefully over-exaggerated. This rose to 37% of teenagers categorized as heavy users of social media. I absolutely concur with that, meaning they reported using any one platform for more than 4 hours a day. So this was a survey done way back in 2018 on the start of the new year that year. So yes, they have been monitoring. They have been conducting polls. It is, I mean, if you really wanted to read this report, there is a link in the description box. Okay, so basically people making YouTube videos between 2018 and September last year in 2023, talking about climate change, what they think is real, what they think is BS, and what they think is exaggerated. Look at the old versus the new denial rates. Okay, the numbers are rising. It is unbelievable. Okay, so we are seeing a trend in people waking up. And let me just stop sharing that. One of the biggest issues that we face as a society is getting this information to youngsters. Okay, the main age group who are being expertly targeted are children. So children, I think, is basically from birth to say 16 years old. Personally, I don't like to describe it in that a gender agreeable format. I describe a child as anyone up to the age of 12. From 13 to 18, they are teenagers. From 18 years and over, I describe them as males. That's how I describe it. I don't like the idea of someone being called a child when they're 14, 15, 16 years old. To me, that sounds disgusting, to be honest. But anyway, that's by the by. That's my own personal opinion, and we are all entitled to it. So, like I just said about that organization, who is that organization? Well, let's go and have a look, shall we? Right, here we go. The Center for Countering Digital Hate. Look at this. The 19th of October 2018, so 5 years ago, this was set up. It is a British non-profit organization. Okay. Campaign against Galloway and Hopkins. So basically, this organization is heavily funded. And what it says right at the bottom of this article, it is, here we go. It had multiple board members who have been British politicians, official or government staffers. So this is not a non-biased organization. This is heavily funded and heavily influenced. Okay. Now look at what they are doing. These are the campaigns that they are running. In 2020, this organization campaigned against Katie Hopkins, her far-right political commentator. I'd leave that up to you to decide whether you feel that she is a far-right political commentator. From what we understand, the term far-right now is anyone who doesn't believe what the government or the news articles say. So if you don't agree with the government, or you think it's BS, exaggerated, or it's done for particular agendas, you will be described in the mainstream narrative as far right. Okay. And also George Galloway as well. Okay. A veteran left-wing politician. So you've got a left wing and a right wing here. This is crazy. Now, most of us who are aware will realize that the left wing and the right wing are all controlled by a central body, okay, giving you the illusion of choice, two factions fighting against each other and arguing against each other, which is exactly what they want. Anyway, let's continue. The TV presenter Rachel Riley as well, and by big tech companies, to have both journalists removed from social media platforms. Wow. So yes, this body here literally wants all of these people removed because they are voicing their opinions. Okay, look at this, a campaign against David Icke. Wow. In April 2020, they launched a campaign against British conspiracy theorist David Icke, who gained increased media attention during the issue and the lockdown stuff. Okay, so basically they want him removed from social media. Also stop funding misinformation. Okay, so what they are doing is like one of the skill sets which these organizations and companies and people do. If they want to stop someone, first thing they will do is they will go for their funding. They will cut their money. Okay, and if that doesn't work, they will go after their character. So step number one, originally called Stop Funding Fake News, the campaign asks advertisers to stop placing ads on websites and argues spreading misinformation. So basically, if you are a YouTube content creator like myself and you speak out against the news and the mainstream government narrative, this company here is doing whatever they can to stop adverts appearing on our videos. Therefore, making money very, very difficult to be earned doing this. Now, as most of you know, I'm doing this full time as my livelihood. I'm not claiming any benefits or anything else. So this is absolutely affecting myself and other YouTube creators. It's all well and good doing this part-time as a hobby, but if you rely on this for an income, they are absolutely stopping loads of money. And believe it or not, you don't earn that much making videos on YouTube. So that's why, you know, when people leave me donations and stuff, it's really, really appreciated, because these guys are making it impossible for anyone to make any sort of living out of making YouTube videos. So that's what they've done. They are literally hitting all the advertisers. So people who make videos don't get hardly any money at all. Campaigns against Google advertisements for media organization. Anything that they deemed racist, disinformation, and conspiracies, guess what? All of these companies here, look, relating to George Soros. Yes, we have talked about this guy before. Follow the money. Boom, there it is. A campaign against climate change deniers. So basically, if you think that human beings are causing climate change and it's all our fault, you're on their side. If you think anything else, you are called a climate change denier. If you are a climate change denier, you are going to be denied any sort of online airspace that this company is going to try and sort out. So yes, that absolutely is real, and it's no BS whatsoever. I'd like to draw your attention to another article as well, if I can find it. Right, check this one out. This is from Tech UK. So every now and again, it's not a bad idea to have a look at this website, okay? Because they do come out with the latest stuff, which is going to affect us all. And yes, it's based in the UK, so we're not getting swamped with all of the stuff about America. This is what's happening in our country, okay? Look at this. Deep fakes and disinformation, what impact this could have on elections in 2024. Now listen to this. Over 40 countries representing more than half of the global population are set to hold elections at the same time. This is this year, okay, in 2024. So that is a lot of people, more than half of the global population, okay? We're all having elections at exactly the same time. So we read on. The rise of synthetic content and AI-generated media, particularly deepfake images, audio, and videos, has both opportunities as well as risks. We've talked about deepfake before, all right? We scroll down. If you want to read this article, I think it's underneath the video. Disinformation, this is how they explain it, okay? Now, disinformation, false information, which is deliberately intended to mislead, intentionally misstating the facts. So when I say that, what immediately comes to mind? Disinformation, so it's false information, which is deliberately intended to mislead. Deliberately intended to mislead. Basically, what you are seeing on the screen here highlighted is the mainstream media. The mainstream media is giving out false information, which is deliberately done on purpose. Okay, it is very carefully done, it's very skillfully done, because in most mainstream media publications, there are elements of truth, which is undeniable, but it's hidden amongst a very, very cleverly done and delivered disinformation operation, pretty much. Okay, Look at this. Eroding trust in information. The fear is that the sheer volume of AI-generated content could make it challenging for people to distinguish between authentic and manipulated information. We, and myself as well, I've done a video on this over a year ago now, that we are going to see deep fakes. We are going to see it this year, people. Just be prepared for it, okay? Especially as we have a run up to the elections. So you're looking probably September, October, November, December. So the later half of this year is going to be full on with fear porn, disinformation, AI driven, deep fake material in the mainstream media. Look at this. Fact checking. Fact checking will have a key role in mitigating the impact of deep fakes in upcoming elections. Fact checking. Now, how many of you think fact checkers are 100% truthful, transparent, honest for the greater benefit of mankind? Do you think that to be the case? Yes or no? I would probably guess that most of us are in complete disagreement with the statement I just made. Fact checkers, fact checking companies, in my opinion, are 100% agenda driven. Let me know what you think in the comment section, or if you're watching live in the live chat. Okay, so yeah, we could literally go through all of this document, but it's Tech UK, really interesting read. I'm not sure if I've put it underneath the video or not, but it's a very, very interesting article, and it only came out yesterday. There it is. It came out yesterday. So like I say, this is pretty up-to-date information. So what else can we throw at you? Like I said, this year is going to be the year, guys. This is the year that we need to stand up and get our information out there, because we are all going to be shut down over this year. Okay, look at this. This is another one. This is from the government website. Okay, misinformation and attempts to artificially manipulate information have the ability to impact billions. UK statement at the 4th United Nations Committee. This guy here, look at this. This is part of the speech that he gave to the United Nations on behalf of the UK. We all see the increased spread of misinformation and disinformation online. It's a persuasive threat. Mis and disinformation and attempts to artificially manipulate the information environment have the ability to impact billions. It can threaten our freedoms. This guy's a bloody joke for sure. And cause harm to individuals and society. And as we've seen in recent weeks, it misleads people in times of crisis. Access to trusted information is the antidote, and the United Nations has a vital role to play in providing accurate, impartial reporting based on facts. But the job is getting harder each year. Can you believe that he actually said that? Access to trusted information is an antidote, and the United Nations has a vital role in providing accurate, impartial reporting based on facts, but the job is getting harder each year. Wow. So yeah, when you see United Nations trusting information, very dodgy. Now, this is the crux. This is what I've been talking about for over 1 year now, and I really need people to bloody stand up and listen. The UK based our online safety bill this year, which we hope will make the UK the safest place in the world to be online. Yes, the online safety bill, which is now the Online Safety Act, because it is now part of law. Digital technologies are cross-cutting accelerator of development and a key enabler to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Who remembers me talking about the ends Sustainable Development Goals, Agenda 2030, and some part of Agenda 21. Okay, some of you know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't, chat to people in chat, look at the comments and try and educate yourself if you're new to this. Okay, the UK is playing our part to support an inclusive, responsible digital transformation. So the UK is playing their part to support this. Okay, inclusive digital transformation. Now, some of us know exactly what that means. Okay, I know it just gets bonkers. It really does. So that guy who wrote that, here he is on Twitter. This guy here, United Nations. Okay, he's got his own Twitter account, and look at his little logo there. Funding all of that nonsense which is going on. Mungo Woodyfield, UK spokesman at the United Nations in New York. Okay, so these are all of the things which he agrees with and stands for, and it's not looking good, to be frank. And if you really want to deep dive into this particular character of his own, just check out the people that is following. All right, it's a really good way to do some research. If you go onto X and you find someone of value, look at who they are following, and when you find something which looks a bit suspicious, look into them, follow the money, and you will see lots of these people and organizations and funding are coming from a very small amount of sources. It's unbelievable. It really is connecting the dots. Okay, so that's just a little bit of that sort of stuff. Now I want you to look at this slide. Right, okay, here we go. So top of the page, predictions for journalism 2024, misinformation, online safety and press freedom. This is quite interesting here, and I've highlighted it already. Tread carefully in an election year. We are in 2024, and yes, we are in an election year. The World Press Freedom Index, revealed an alarming overview of the state of media freedom, with journalists in only 3 out of 10 countries worldwide operate with a satisfactory degree of freedom. 3 out of 10 countries. That's it. With some satisfactory degree of freedom. So basically, there is no freedom when you look at that, okay, and that thing alone. Concerns over the proliferation of disinformation and the spread of which it travels dominated discussion as authoritarian leaders harness technology to extend their power. Technology, it seems, is their tool. And what are we seeing lately, which everyone is jumping on, is artificial intelligence. Yeah, if you think you can out-type or out-speak or whatever else AI, good luck. Societies are deeply divided and algorithms tend to favor the loudest. I want you to really understand this, okay? Societies are deeply divided. Of course, we spoke about it. The left versus the right is exactly what they want. So you've got people who are like Trump and people who are like Biden, and they want them to argue big time. And a lot of people are falling for it. A lot of people spend their time, their very precious energy in arguing against someone else's political opinion. And look at this. Algorithms tend to favor the loudest. Okay. Look at what happened at the inauguration in America. Look at what actually happened. So, well, thank you, Clive, for that donation on PayPal. I seriously appreciate it. Like I say, since they've been censoring people like me And yes, I've already spoken about the shadow bans. You know, people aren't being notified, and people can't even like a thumbs up on the video. People go to share it, and when people click on the link, the video doesn't exist. There is lots of underhand tactics going on against people like myself and others who are doing their best, taking lots of risks, getting the information out there. So how you see this year coming, 2024, looks really, really difficult as regards information, mis and disinformation, which we have just been going over. It could come to a point where we genuinely do have to go old school. And what do I mean by that? Well, just imagine if I lost this YouTube channel. Just imagine if I lost my Instagram account, but not just me, many others. Like the people I mentioned earlier. Like I said, if someone can watch this on the replay, go through the chat, go through the comments, and try and collate as many famous names in one big comment, capital letters would be great, so everyone can see who is on our side. So far, I've got Matt Letizia, Rupert Lowe, Right Said Fred, Andrew Bridgen, and Danny Rampling. There are others, of course. So like I say, if anyone watching this on a replay, please put it in a comment. And if I find a very big comment full up of capital letter names of famous people, I will pin it so everyone can see that comment. So that is really important for that to happen, because we really do need people like those guys and girls and people like me getting this stuff out there, because what is going to happen this year is we are going to be silenced. I'm putting it out there now. It's difficult for me because I make a freaking livelihood from this, and it's a nightmare, especially with the censorship. But I'm going to press on. I'm going to get the truth out, because we need to do what we need to do. What are your kids going to say? Mum, Dad, what were you doing when all of this was going on? What were you actually doing? Were you making a difference? Were you being physical? Were you being an activist role? Were you going to marches? Were you telling people at work? I've met people who go around putting stickers on bus stops, whatever they can to try and educate people. Even some tactics are leaving stuff like this around. Now, who hasn't seen that before? Basically, look, going old school, okay? Getting paperwork out there, all right? This is where it's going, because anyone doing stuff like this is going to be silenced this year. It's no BS. So don't be surprised if you go to watch my videos, or Björn, or Richard Bobes, or anyone else, or Sui, anyone else, all of a sudden the YouTube channels are gone. Or when they put a YouTube video up, if it goes against the grain, it gets pulled instantly, so no one gets to see it. It's happening. Yes, I'm aware there's Rumble, BitChute, and all the others. I'm on all of them. All you got to do is go to my YouTube page, and there's links to all of those different accounts, like Odyssey, Rumble, all of that sort of stuff, and Brighteon. Okay, I'm on Twitter or X. I'm on Instagram. We do our best to get across all of the platforms, but like most of us know, lots of the platforms are owned by the same people. Okay, so they are literally going down information. This is the biggest threat to not only the World Economic Forum, but all of the 3 or 2-letter agencies allegedly running the show. Okay, so I foresee people printing flyers, posters, advertisements, billboards, bus stop posters, anything like that to get the information out there. It's needed big time. It's needed more now than ever, because it's so easy to deep fake me. You know, one of these days they might even deep fake me, and I'm telling you from now, it's something I would never ever do. I'm never going to have any working alongside artificial intelligence. Okay, the only thing I've done was some live streams ago, just showing how biased and how agenda biased and driven ChatGPT is. Okay, so OpenAI is going to replace all search engines. Did you know that? Yeah. So when you go into Google, DuckDuckGo, Brave, whatever it is, one day that search engine will not be there. It won't. And some say next year, 2025, that will all be gone. All you're going to get is an OpenAI question bar. So you type a question and it will tell you the answer. It won't give you the choice to look through stuff and figure it out for yourself. It will literally just give you the answer that you want. And let me tell you this, based on early investigations that I've done personally and a good friend I've got in Texas, Jason Brashears, has done, we have found AI to be 100% pro-agenda all the way. So what does that tell you? The information and access to information is being screwed daily. Okay, there's websites which no longer exist. There's websites that have been altered, not by the author, by nefarious organizations. This is true. It's not conspiracy. This is actually happening. Some people will already know what I'm talking about. Many of you probably won't. But let me tell you this, this is the year where we need to stand up and make ourselves counted. This is election year. Now, it's pretty obvious, I would like to think, that the way everything is run, like you vote for someone and you let them run the show, I'm pretty sure that the whole system is rigged. The whole system is a shamble. The whole system is designed to give you, the voter, the illusion of choice. Left or right, that's your choice. So you can vote for one arsehole or you can vote for the other arsehole. I don't vote. Why do I not vote? I only vote for people I can trust. And I have never voted. So basically what I'm saying is I don't trust any of them. I haven't done since I was 18 years old. And I still don't. So what does that tell you? The whole thing needs to change. The whole thing. And I don't know how long this political voting system has been in place. Let me know in the chat or the comment section. It'd be interesting to learn and educate the others as well. But one thing's for sure, this is a house of cards. Only very, very few people control it at the top. These people will never be known. The people that you think run the show, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, all of the other rich, wealthy billionaires, etc., no, they are puppets stroke muppets. The real people with the real money, the real power, the real influence, they are ghosts. You're never going to know who they are. Just imagine if you was that rich, wealthy and powerful, would you want anyone to know who you are? No way, Jack. And that's exactly what's going on. So you can research all you like about the Rockefellers, everyone else, and the Rothschilds. Okay? Anyone publicly named, it goes way, way higher than that. And some even argue the toss of even if they're human or not. Who really knows? The point is, all of the people who have got names that are publicly known, they are all going to be begging for their lives one day. Because it is coming down. It is really coming down. And what's been coming out lately, that there's so many of us and they're bricking it. They are. They're bricking it. Why do you think so many changes are happening so quick? Because they're running out of options. They need to do everything they can to remain in power and in control. And they know that they're losing their shit. They know it. There's no way out for them now. And one by one, they are going to get got from the bottom to the top. It's just a matter of time. Way too many of us. And what do? Just say no. Do not comply. Don't be rude. Don't be violent. Don't be arrogant. Don't be disrespectful. Just politely say no. End of. Not taking part in this corrupt, stupid, biased system any longer. This is the year. This is the SHTF year. So all of you preppers out there have been prepping. This is the year. This is where it's all going to change. We need to be ready for this. And there's only a certain amount of time that people like me and any others are going to be talking this way before we're silenced. We won't have a platform. So we're going to have to get posters, information, whatever it is, text messages out there to as many people as we can. Trust me, the amount of people who fell for it in 2020, the amount of people that got that done, how many of those have said, you know what, I'm not getting any more done. Something's not right. And lots of them are coming to our side. Did you know that? It's true. It's happening. Yes. We, believe it or not, are rapidly becoming the majority. We need everyone to know as much as we can tell them. The money, the pharmaceutical industry, the food, the climate, the poisoning, every single thing, like we know, is out to get us. Education, the whole thing's coming down. It's going to be this year. The elections are very big. Don't forget, over half of the global population are having elections at the same time. The information war out there to make you believe that voting for Biden is a good idea or voting for Starmer is a good idea, it is going to be off the charts. It's going to be off the charts. We need to do what we feel we need to do. We need to find a way to make sure that this system does not continue, because so many people have put so much faith in religion and politics for so long, and look where it's frigging got us. Look, are you stupid? Are you blind? Why do we keep voting for these arseholes? Why do we keep doing the same thing? Why do we keep making the same mistakes? It's got to change. It's a broken record. Throw it away. It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve me. Every single day, people are getting poorer. Every single day, people are getting more and more sick. Yeah. How many of you have had operations successful? How many of you have had long series of medications and it's made you feel so much better? Really? It's crazy. How much people are better off than they were 10 years ago? How many foreign holidays do you have in this day and age? How many meals out do you go for a week? Used to be quite regular for lots of people. Now, not so sure. Do you know what? I was speaking to a partner the other night. I was going to say, I want to take a picture of myself by the fireplace. And she says, not a good idea. I said, why is that? Because most people will think you're wealthy. And I think, what? I'm sitting there by an open fire. It used to be in every single house a long time ago. It wasn't a privilege. It was very bare basic. In fact, privilege was really big industrial central heating systems of iron radiators. Those were the wealthy houses. The houses with a little fire in the front room, they were the poor guys. That's what I've got here. I know, it's crazy. That's how it used to be back then. Times have changed. And when you say privilege these days, is it really privilege to have a wood burner where it used to be the norm? Crazy. Shouldn't it be cheaper just to go out and cut some trees down, set fire to them and keep the house warm? Or we're being told now that that's a privilege, where in fact, if you look into how complicated the central heating system is, how much materials, how much energy it costs to make all of that stuff, all of the pumps, the central heating systems, the electronics, all of the copper piping, all of the valves and all of the pressure pumps and everything else. It's way complicated, way expensive. All you want is a hole in your front room and a fire in it. Simple, but no. That's a privilege apparently, but it used to be the norm. Look how things are changing, guys. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to break and look at the comments in here. Seriously appreciate the PayPal donation. That's cool. Really appreciate that. You're a star. Without that, I'm doomed. Because yeah, I'm being silenced. Hell, I don't even think if this video is going to get out there anymore. But this year, like I say, it is going to be huge. Thanks to these guys. Yep. They both know something we don't. They want an amazingly fabulous lifestyle for themselves at the expense of ours. They don't want us to have any sort of luxury. And check this out. This is the guy we spoke about earlier. Yep, that's his X account. But yes, please share this video. It really, really helps. We really do need to get this out there. Okay, I'm not putting a spin on this. Based on what the World Economic Forum said on their opening annual general meeting already, the biggest fear for them is people like me telling people how it is. That's it in a crux nutshell, right? Please feel free to do your own research based on the information that I've already provided. And there is some links under the video, so you can read up on what you think you're drawn towards as well. Okay, don't forget, follow your intuition. Don't listen to anyone else. Do what's right for you. Do the right thing. Don't forget, if you're a family man or a family lady, you're in charge. It's your family. No one else matters. You look after your family, all right? Everyone else can look after themselves. Don't feel you're here to help everyone. It's just getting the information out there. And we are going to be heavily involved in an information war this year, leading up to the end of the year. Mark my words. You can come back here in November and say, bloody hell, remember that guy done that video about all of the misinformation and all of the deep fakes and all of that stuff and all of the censorship? Yeah. Telling you now, I told you a year ago, and I'm still saying it. We haven't got long left. This is the year, 2024. We need to find people who own print shops. Okay, printers. If you're a printer or you work in a print shop or you own a print shop, okay, people like you are going to be our saviors. The printing press will be of high value this year because anything online is going to be quashed. Remember me talking about the online safety bill? It is now an online safety act. They are listening, they are snooping, and if there's anything they don't like, boom, sayonara. That's how crazy it's getting, guys. I'm not making it up. I'm not egging it. Do what you feel you need to do. Please, it really helps if you hit the thumbs up, because the more people that do that, the more people get to see these videos. I'm absolutely being shadow banned here. With my following, I should be getting huge views, but no one's seeing them. No one's getting any sort of recommendations. No one's getting any reminders. I mean, hardly anyone knows I've gone live today. I've got 125,000 followers and 600 people are here. Insane. That's what's happening. If I was talking about how bad climate change is and how human beings are causing it all, it would be huge. They don't like people like me talking like this. So if you can share this video, you can click share under the video. If you can share it on WhatsApp, Facebook, Signal, Telegram, it really, really helps big time. So if you're in part or involved in any of these groups, or you're in X or Twitter, that helps too. If you share it on there, I'll really appreciate it, because like I said, I'm being shadow banned. My mate Richard Vobes, some of you might know him, he's getting shadow banned too. Björn over in Norway, he's being shadow banned. Lots of us are. It's really difficult to get this out there because, you know, we are up against the big guns. I'm doing this by myself. I haven't got a team. I haven't got any researchers. It's just me, and I'm doing what I feel is right. Don't forget, we've got kids. What future do you want for your kids? Are you going to do something? Or are you going to be a good little boy and girl, zip it, look the other way? Wow. Do you know what? The reason why we are all in this mess is because of yes men. People who say yes all the time and tick boxes. Yes men. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Start learning to say no. If there's anything you're unhappy with, you've got a bad feeling about, or it's just common sense, it's just wrong, just say no. The amount of people who are stopping all sorts of things because they've had it up to here. We are being screwed by those arseholes up there. You know it, I know it. What are you going to do about it? There's more than you realize that you can do. Peaceful mass non-compliance and unity. That's the only way we're going to win. And this is our year. So please share this video. We want as many people as possible to join us, because we are growing. There are loads of us. There really are. If only you could believe it. It's massive. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. Stay funky.